Hey, what's up guys? Told you I'd be selling some knives, and that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna do a video here, show you some knives that I have for sale. Right off the bat, if you're interested in anything, please look in the description box and see if it's still available. I will keep that very up to date the second something sells, and what I mean by that is not someone's interested, but someone actually sent me money for it, so I could ship it to them. Then that's it. I will keep that completely up to date constantly. So if you're looking for something, please read the description box first. Besides that, I will ship worldwide, but all these prices I'm going to give you include free shipping within the US. If you're outside the US, I have to talk to you in messages about what shipping costs would be, because I have to figure it out for where you are and if it's even worth it. I'd really prefer to keep this in the US just for simplicity for me. But like I said, if you're in a different country and you really want something or multiple knives, then maybe we can work something out. But anyway, first come, first serve. And right now I'm only accepting PayPal just for convenience. I know there's a lot of you out there who want to send a money order or something, but I can't wait, time-wise. So anyway, good variety of things here. This is the only fixed blade. And this knife and this knife I have not reviewed. Besides that, everything else I have reviewed. If you want to reference those videos or other videos on YouTube to see what people think of them or get more information about them, then that's cool too. But anyway, the first one here, I'm going to go from most expensive to cheapest. This is the most expensive knife I'm selling today, and this is a Busse Combat, or Busse Combat, however you want to say it. I always think of Busse, like Gary Busey, but that's just me. But anyway, this is a SAR-3. The Kydex sheath here, I believe it was made by Kylie. It's got a little kind of thumb push thing to quickly get it out. I know it was modified by Kylie, knives and stuff. I didn't get this from him directly. I actually traded from someone in Canada who originally bought this knife from him, but this was heavily modified by Kylie. A couple things he did. First thing, obviously, was he convexed the blade. Did a very nice job of that. Okay, this is a 3-inch version. That's why it's a SAR-3. Very nice, sharp, convex edge. You smooth out all the handle scales here. I know these particular knives, they have very aggressive texturing on the scales, so that's another thing he did. Kind of gave it a thinner profile overall, rounded some things off. Feels very comfortable in the hand, very purposeful jimping and stuff. He also knocked off the guard here that had the hole in it originally. If you see a lot of those, it's the first thing you'll notice. So, it is used, but not abused. You can see some of the markings still in the scales from the original texturing. But overall, it's a fantastic user knife. It's not a Safe Queen anymore, so if you want something similar to this, but you're too afraid of using a brand new one, this is your best bang for the buck. But I do like the modifications, and I do like the convex on here a lot. It's a really nice slicer. So I'm asking $190 for this. Like I said, all prices are including shipping within the US. The next one I'm going to sell is the other one that I did not yet review, and I won't be, unfortunately, because I'm going to be selling it, obviously. But I will have some similar reviews in the future. Now, this is a W.R. Case & Sons knife. This is an older model. This specifically, the pattern here is a mini trapper, and it has a single Wharncliffe blade. This happens to be Damascus. Beautiful Damascus blade. Some things to note on this particular pattern. It came in the models you're going to see most often with the Wharncliffe blade. Either one of two things. The one that I've seen most is an amber jig bone. This obviously is a red jig bone handle, but the amber one also comes in, besides Damascus, it has just a standard CV blade, chrome vanadium, and it's actually the dual blade mini trapper where you have a clip point and the Wharncliffe. But unique, don't really see this one too often. It's really classy, really cool. I happen to be a huge Wharncliffe blade fan. Obviously I don't want to sell any of these knives, but out with the old, in with the new. So I'm asking $100 for this, $100 even. You know what, let me display these in the background so you can see them. All right, get that in frame. Okay, next one here. A lot of people have been asking if they can buy this one, and no, it didn't sell yet, so I figured I'd do it in this video. And that's the Frank B Tactical Stiletto. Really cool little knife. It's got the lock in the front here. It's obviously all blacked out. Showed this in many videos, and I believe I did review it. If I didn't review it, I apologize for that, but fairly sure I did. I think I even did a video on how it works, these stilettos. But yes, it is fully automatic, so please, if you cannot legally have this. You're, you know, responsible for knowing your local laws and stuff. There's a locking mechanism to release the lock. Very cool knife. Not that sharp. These are more for show and for stabbing. stabbing what? I don't know, cardboard, because you think it's cool. Stabbing people if you need to defend your life. Of course, I would certainly not want to have this knife. If I have to defend my life with a knife, I don't want something that's even remotely unsheeple friendly. All right, I'd much rather defend my knife. Yes, I'm going to defend my knives with my life. Defend my life with a knife. That's a mouthful. I'd much rather use something like this than something like this, because when you go to court, the average person's going to look at you like you're some kind of criminal just because you have that. But anyway, the whole point of me saying this is it's not that sharp, but that's pretty much all stilettos out there. So this one I'm asking $100 as well. And this one was not used at all. Actually, I had two of these. The other one I used a bunch of times and attempted to sharpen it. And I got it pretty sharp, but it just does not hold an edge very well. It's more of a showy knife. Really cool though, and a very, very classy way to open your mail. Let's see, next is a SOG Pendulum. I did review this knife, kind of unique, unique folder, VG10 stainless, barely used. Not a whole lot of scratches on it, but it is, I mean, all these knives are used. You get the fingerprints off the blade, pretty high polish. Obviously you see a combo edge here. Locking mechanisms in the bolster, so you swing the bolster out to unlock the knife. Very smooth, very unique. The one critique I had in my review is that when I'm opening the knife, you can see how that bolster flips open. So you have to kind of like wrap your finger around to leave room for that. But besides that, it's a cool knife. It is very comfortable in the hand, very aggressive texturing on the handles. Not everyone's cup of tea, but still a good performing knife if you're into the look. Keep that open. All right, and the SOG Pendulum, I'm going to ask $70 for. Next knife, I always get this name wrong. I'm going to say it's Fallkniven. It's the U2. I said Fallkniven many times in old videos, and people who obviously speak the language and stuff, they're like, nah, not even close. I have to say, this is one of my favorite, just simple lockback knives. I love everything about this knife, and in fact, even though I am selling this, I will own another one someday. I know that for a fact. I love everything about it. It locks up beautifully. It's got that powdered gold steel. It's even got like a Hamon line on it. You guys can see that. Obviously, it's a fake Hamon, but very cool. Very comfortable, very smooth. Just locks up awesome. Looks great. Awesome little, very light pocket knife. Very sharp. So that one, a little bit harder to find these days. I'm going to ask $60 for that. Let's see, let's move these over a little bit. Get some knife porn going on here. At least you got something to look at. That's always nice. Let's see, next one here is going to be the Cold Steel Medium Vaquero. Now this one is one of the originals. They obviously came out with this again, and the newer generation of them that have more of a squared off handle. I've had this knife since probably 1999 or 2000, something like that. I've had it a long time, always been in my collection. Only carried and used this maybe a handful of times, maybe 5 or 6 times. I EDC'd it and actually used it to cut anything. You got that kind of serpent style blade, heavy recurve. Really interesting, obviously fully serrated. Besides that, the knife is pretty much brand new. Not much pocket wear or anything like that. But definitely an interesting knife to say the least. And I'm gonna ask $50 for that. Next knife is a CRKT. This is an M16 variant. And this is actually my favorite M16 variant. Now, of course, you see a lot of these at Walmart. You know, the M16 with the Tantos, combo edge blade. It's probably one of the most popular ones. But I like the spear point blade. And what I like about this version is the titanium handles. Okay, this is the M16-01T. Okay, the 01 is the little, smaller spear point style. Very comfortable. It's got the auto locks on there with the spring. All right. Really smooth. This is like, if you like this style knife, if you have M16s, it's basically the upgraded version, titanium handles on here. Extremely smooth, very sharp. I actually mirror polished the edge on this one, the Edge Pro. Nice and shiny. Ready to go. Love this knife. EDC'd it a lot. Did not actually use it a lot. But one of my favorite CRKTs I've ever had. And for that one, I'm going to ask 40 bucks. The next one I have is a Spyderco, a little teeny tiny Spyderco. And it's this one right here, the Spyderco Spin. I'm fairly sure I did a review on this knife. If I didn't, again, apologize for that. But anyway, it's used but barely used. Still got a factory edge on it. Just had a little bit of pocket carry. Pretty interesting little Spyderco. And I'm asking 40 bucks for that one. A little Spyderco Spin. Let's see, next one, the Kershaw NRG. This is the 1740, the smaller version. And it's got the little flipper on the back, but what's interesting about this one is the flipper is actually an independent piece. Okay, that's independent to the knife itself, and the whole NRG. It uses the letters N, R, and G, but it's supposed to be NRG because it kind of swings the whole blade out, pivots around. But very smooth, very easy to kind of, use the flipper to open it. Interesting. Like I said, it's a smaller version. Not a whole lot of pocket time with this one at all. I believe I did review this. It is very comfortable in the hand. Fits very nice. I like the blade profile. Really simple. And an affordable knife. I'll ask for 30 bucks for this one. Alright, next one. Spyderco, the Kiwi Slipit. I actually had 3 of these now. I love this knife, but I don't need triplets. So this is the Spyderco Kiwi design, but obviously the slip joint version as opposed to a lockback version. Definitely more affordable. Really cool. I mean, extremely acute tip on that. And the whole thing kind of looks like the Kiwi bird a little bit. That's where the name comes from. Very comfortable double finger choil on here. All stainless steel. Fantastic little knife. I mean, surprisingly does a lot for its size. You really wouldn't think that something this small would actually be very capable, but it really is. Nice nice backspring on this one too. I mean, you can hear the snap. So really strong for a little slip joint. And I'm just gonna ask 20 bucks for this. And the last one here. Actually, you know what? I forgot a couple. I have, let's see, a few more here. And I went out of order, but that's okay. The next one here is for 10 bucks. It's a almost brand new. Did use it a couple times, but barely. Carried it more than actually used it. And this is a Byrd BYRD Wings. It's got the 2 blade. Obviously, you don't hold it like this. It's not a fantasy knife or anything. But double bladed slip joint. It's got the plain edge on one side and then a fully serrated blade on the other side. So very interesting. You don't see a whole lot of double bladed slip joints, tactical style, besides a lot of the traditional slip joint patterns from like Case and Queen Cutlery and different companies like that. But interesting. There's 2 versions of this. This one has the stainless bolsters, or I should say basically the smaller insert as opposed to the G10 scales. It's just an insert on both sides. But pretty cool. 10 bucks. Really simple. I really prefer, since shipping, I send everything priority mail. So since shipping's almost $6, I'd really prefer someone to get this knife with something else. But hey, if you just want this knife, then that's all. 10 bucks. Put that in the background here. And I did forget a couple knives here. I have 2 CRKT Fulcrums. Really interesting knives. I got the full-size one here, and I also have the miniature version. Basically, you pull the handle scales, you kind of separate them. Blade pops open halfway, change your grip, and close them. Little liner lock. Really interesting. Classic little knives. Definitely fun little conversation knives too. If you happen to know a knife nut and they've never seen this knife, it's an interesting little mechanism. But these are both brand new. This is actually my 3rd pair of these. I really like these, and I got them for friends, and the original pair that I had I gave to my friend, and they were pretty beat up, and then when I got replacements for them, I never used them, so these are basically brand new. And I figured 30 bucks for both of them. So, interesting little design. Put those on the table here so you can see them. And the last one I forgot to mention is the CRKT Nirk Tighe. Love this knife, gave this a fantastic review. I mean, I still love it. Nothing's changed. Still like to EDC it. This one is used. I don't want to say heavily used, but it's used enough. It's got some wear and tear on it. You can see it's still glue on the tip, which I'll have to clean off since I'm done with this video. But really cool knife, very large in the hand. It's deceiving because it is such a thin profile. Obviously unique design, one for most innovative knife of the year, Blade Show. So I figure on this one, I'll sell this for 60 bucks. What do you think of that? 60 bucks for a full-size Nirk Tighe. This is not, I forget if there's a mini Tighe or if it's like the Nirk Tighe 2. I forget how they word it, but this is the large version of the two. So that's pretty much it. Those are all the knives that I have for sale, available for sale. And that's all. If you're interested, shoot me a PM, let me know about it. And like I said, please check the description box first before you send any messages, and I'll let you know if anything's taken right away. So hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Take care.